and welcome to the CTN Sports Game of the Week. I'm Kevin Bryant. Just in a moment, be joined by Pete Poyer for tonight's crosstown rivalry like any other. Pioneer, Huron, right here, up next. CTN Sports Game of the Week.
And welcome to CTN Sports Game of the Week. It's Pioneer and Huron men's basketball from the greenhouse. I'm Pete Poyer along with Kevin Bryant. We have all the play-by-play action for you. Game's just about to start. Both teams tuning up for March Madness, Kevin. And what do we got on tap for this game tonight?
Of payback more for the Rats. So revenge, payback, that's the name of the game tonight.
Well, in our earlier game of the week earlier this year, it was a hotly contested battle until the fourth quarter when Pioneer finally pulled away from the River Rats, and it got a little chippy late in that game too.
Well, it got a lot of chippy because of that young man right there. Drew Louder, only 6 points away now from a 1,000-point score for the Pioneers. He gets the Pioneers on the board to start this game off. You know, last game we were looking at Drew's shoes. We were saying, you know, what kind of shoes is he going to come out with? He's sporting the black ones tonight, and he actually threw a tip dunk down in the pregame. The guy is hyped for tonight.
Well, barring a matchup in the playoff round, this would be the last time that he faces his crosstown rival in the Huron River Rats.
And last time on the CTN Sports Game of the Week, we've really grown up watching Drew Louder. He's really matured. His game a couple years ago was a little bit too much me. The last 2 years, especially this last year under Coach Marion, you see him down there. He's really grown his game. He involves other players. He's like a maestro out there, a conductor, as he operates and controls the flow for Pie High.
Well, and if anybody's gotten more mature, not only with the basketball and without the basketball, it's Drew Louder.
Yeah,
I mean, he was a young, very cocky player. He knew he was good, and everybody knew he was good, and he liked showing it off, but he has developed his game into a much more polished product.
Well, he's a senior. He's mature, and you can tell that he's ready for not just this game, but postseason as well, too. And then next year, when he's a Crusader, playing with another young man that we see on the CTN Sports, Ryan Wade. Imagine that backcourt.
Oh, there's Louder with the ball. He'll drive it down the lane, and his shot is blocked. Back the other way come Huron. Womack back out to Ayush.
Well, Huron is a long team, Pete. A lot of length out there.
We were counting their roster. They had 6 players over 6'5".
You got college rosters in the area that don't have this much size. And they're young, too. Their best basketball is ahead of them.
Julian Lewis loses the handle from Alex Cunningham, and Lewis reaches in trying to get it back, and he gets called for the foul.
Well, we're just alluding to the youth, and that is an example. You're going to have some highs and lows with this team, and this is like the 4th or 5th Lewis kid we've had on CTN Sports. And I know the mom and dad, great family, and this team, well, that kid right there, he's an inside-outside player just like his older brothers.
And Julian, just a sophomore.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of youth on this squad for Coach Samaha.
And there's Pryor with the turnaround jumper, and he hits it.
You know, for Kaysen, I really want to see him focus on the game and not worry about what's going on in the stands or anything else. He's a tremendous player. Sometimes his, focus isn't on the court.
Well, and with Kaysen, you see a little bit of that immaturity you used to see from Drew Lauder.
Exactly.
That he's awfully talented basketball player. Just needs to develop his mind a little bit.
And not show out your player, the guys you're playing against. Wow, look at that length.
And Mike Davis with the George Gervin-like finger roll. And that gets Huron on the board. I know I'm kind of dating myself going back to the ice.
Not at all.
But
there's only one guy that can finger roll.
Quintessential Mr. Finger Roll.
Yeah. Wikipedia has a picture of him. Finger rolling
Look him
the ball.
up. He played at Eastern. There's a three-pointer on the way from Lauder. That's off the rim, no good. Gardette with the pull-up jumper from the free throw line is off the front of the rim. Picked up by Cunningham.
Cunningham was hot the last game against Saline.
And there's Kaysen from three. The 6'7" center out deep and hits the three. Pioneer takes a 7-2 lead.
Man, that's not fair. That really is not fair. Look at where he pulls up at. Borderline NBA range, people. Wow.
And there's a drive by Robinson. Shot no good, but he draws the foul. And he will head to the line for two.
Well, that's another one of those long players, a 6'5" junior, Mike Robinson, putting the ball on the deck and having good balance and taking it right to the defender, Pete.
First one is off the front of the rim, no good. Well, that's when you become kind of a dual threat. When you have that kind of size and can go down low and yet drive the ball and shoot it from out deep too.
Well, it's like there's a plethora of players that are that size and long and athletic on the squad, at least on the roster.
That pass way too far, out of bounds. Turnover, going to the Riverettes.
And Womack bringing it up for the Rats. He is the one lone special ball handler. There's other ball handlers on the squad, but he's the one that can find other players and create his own shot.
Gardette with the jumper from the elbow, no good. Taken away from him. That shot no good, and Pryor will get the rebound and bring it down the floor. Into the corner for three. In and out, no good. That ball halfway down.
Yeah,
unfortunate there for Aiden Wright.
I'm sure Coach Marion didn't like that last possession. No one down low, a shot from the corner like that. The offense just wasn't moving, and it's really because Lauder didn't touch it, I think. And good hands there by Lauder to dislodge it, but they're going to call him for the foul. Looks like he had a lot of leather right there.
Oh, Womack to the line. Gets the first one to go.
Devin's only a sophomore, so we keep alluding to how young this squad is. He was one of the players that was on varsity last year, so this isn't his first time around playing at this type of level and this intensity.
Well, and that's got to excite Coach Tamaha for the future, knowing that he's got players this good already in the system.
Yeah, I mean, this is similar to what he had maybe back 10 years ago when he found himself getting to the Final Four. This type of depth and talent.
There's a drive down the lane, and the finger roll from Drew Lauder is good. Now into
Good
the
help.
lane, turnaround jumper blocked. Pioneer back the other way. Louder with it. Kicks it out to the corner for 3, and that's off the rim, no good.
Wright is just sitting over there. He seems to like that shot. Both times, though, a little long.
Now Mike Davis getting a little frustrated.
That's going to be a technical on Mike Davis, I bet. He turned around and got right in Cunningham's face, and officials are going to be on edge tonight between these two teams. This is all ball there. It's good defense. Frustration foul, and then both players a little bit intense out there, but it's always going to be the second guy that gets caught, Pete.
Absolutely. And we saw some of that in our first time we saw these two teams in the game of the week. These teams do not like losing to the other.
Yeah, and I like the quick technical myself. Keep the guys focused on playing basketball and none of that extracurricular stuff. There's some history between these two schools, so you definitely don't want to, stoke that fire.
Well, Pryor from 3, that's off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Womack. Now Womack will bring it down the floor, looking to drive the lane. He'll put the shot up, a little short. Pryor with the rebound. Looking for Louder. Finally gets it to him. And Louder quickly down the lane with the runner, and it's good. Wow, long two-pointer from Ayush is nothing but net. Or check that, that was Tyson Edmondson with the three-pointer from Huron.
Sophomore.
And that closes the lead for Pioneer down to 4. Another quick shot by Pioneer, and quickly Gardette back the other way. And Gardette put it on the floor and taken away from him. And Gardette calls for the reach-in as Pioneer headed back up the floor.
A little sloppy play on that last break from the River Rats coming down, and it looked like Edmondson was really trying to drift over to the edge there and didn't get an opportunity to get into the corner. And a little bit before that replay, you can see that reach in there from Gardette.
Louder gives it up. Now he gets it back as he comes back out top. Almost spotted up for the 3 now. Pryor with it. Pryor trying to drape. Good defense played by Mike Davis. But Pryor with the pull-up jumper and nothing but net.
Yeah, better offense. It was good defense, but who can stop a 6'7" step-back shot like that? Not unless you're in the NBA, people.
Now Huron loses the handle. Turnover going back the other way to Pioneer. A minute and a half to go in here in the first quarter.
Let's take a quick look at Kaysen. Back and forth, but look at this fadeaway. You can't
Davis
stop that.
did a really good job
Hand
staying in front of Pryor.
Yeah.
Did everything he could, and Pryor was just too much for Mike Davis on that jumper.
And for Pioneer, both stars have stepped up, and they're off to a good start.
Well, it's a drive in the baseline. Kicked out, looks like Louder.
Look like I got hit in the eye.
Poked in the face. Yeah, he did. Now long three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebounded by Daughtery. His putback is no good. Fight for the ball. Finally picked up by Louder. And he'll take it down and get it to Pryor for the alley-oop dunk.
That's some intensity right there on both players' face. What are they going to call the foul? They got to call the foul on this. Here's
a look at it.
Yeah, that's an and one. You don't want to get on a poster. And right there, that was a poster dunk.
That was. Now Pryor with a chance to get a three-point play off that dunk.
Yeah, it's a great find by Louder, right? I mean, he's driving, top speed, and that's what a point guard can do for you, man. He puts it right at the spot for Pryor.
Well, he's so good. He draws so much attention that makes the other players open like Pryor was there on that dunk.
And you know Pryor, he leaks out on a lot of things for dunks like this because the guy has fun when he's up on the rim. Sweet.
And Pryor gets the rubber rim on the extra point on the free throw, gets it to go.
Oh, Louder almost shoved him right into the Huron bench.
Another block by Pryor on the shot by Kingsley Perkins.
Well, this is where the experience of Pioneer really is setting in. You know, they're taking good quality shots while the Rats are forcing things.
5 seconds to go in the quarter. Louder with a long three-pointer. A long chuck is off the mark. And we end quarter number one. Pioneer with the 16-7 lead. And we'll be back with more on CTN Sports Game of the Week.
I just wish there was some place I could watch my favorite local TV shows.
Wow! Cool, where am I?
You are in a computer terminal.
Who said that?
I am the god of computers. I heard your wish and granted you access to my terminal.
Really? I've always wanted to be inside one of these things. So what's next?
Visit CTN's and the City of Ann Arbor's streaming and video on demand a2gov.org/watchctn.
What do I do there?
Here you can watch city meetings, community produced programs, school board and education programming, and a whole lot more.
Yes! This is great!
The live streams include CTN's 4 channels: government, public, educational, and community. Just click the sidebar for the channel you prefer and click play.
I can watch 4 channels. Cool.
For video on demand, go to youtube.com/CTN Ann Arbor to find your favorite show, scroll through the mini playlists, or simply use the search bar to type in the name of the program.
I wish I knew about this earlier.
Visit a2gov.org/watchctn for CTN live streams and video on demand.
That's great. Now I can go tell my friends. Once I leave.
Goodbye.
Hello?
And we're back with quarter number 2 on tap on CTN Sports Game of the Week. Pioneer, it was all Pioneer in that first quarter, Kevin. They have the big 9-point advantage, 16-7 heading here into quarter number 2.
A lot of defense from the Pioneers. Yeah, we're going to talk about the exciting plays from Drew Louder and Kason Pryor hanging up on the rim, but it was really precipitated by the Pi High defense. You know, not allowing the Rats to get in second chance points. And Huron is a lot longer and bigger squad. I want to see what Coach Samaha has in store for the second period because his squad has to turn it up on defense as well as in the paint.
Three-pointer rolled in and out. No good. Another near miss for Edmondson. Now Pryor down the lane. His shot off the glass is no good, and Huron quickly back the other way. Now Womack with the stop and pop, and he gets the basket to go through the hoop.
Well, he may just be a sophomore, but he's definitely the leader of the Huron squad. Devin Womack taking over in the early parts here in the second period by getting his team on the board early.
And a nice pass down low. The shot is good.
Christopher Holmes, he has a body of a big man, right? Watch this drop though. Good eyes.
And he will head to the line to try and complete the three-point play. He makes it and stretches Pioneers' lead to 10, 19-9.
And if this keeps up, Pete, this gym is going to quiet up because Pioneer is just slowly, methodically just putting the Rats just dirt on them each time up the court.
Now Mike Davis there driving the lane. His shot no good. Gets the foul call.
First personal, first team foul. No ball out of bounds.
Oh, no shot. Oh, ball out of bounds underneath the basket. There is a quick inbound and three-pointer on the way. And Edmondson gets this one to go.
Oh, I got to like Edmondson because he plays quarterback in football. So you got to take a liking to that. Plus, the guy has not seen a shot he doesn't like. I like that as well.
Oh, 1 for 3 from three-point range. That time Cunningham tried a three-pointer. That was no good. Now Womack will drive down the lane. His shot is off the glass. And a foul call. No basket.
Good drive there by Womack, and again, getting that ball up quickly because you know Pryor's going to be coming around to swat that shot up out of the air.
Louder takes a seat on the bench.
You know, Coach Marion doesn't use that many players. He goes maybe 7, sometimes 8 deep, but he doesn't go deep in that bench.
Edmondson for 3 again. That one just in and out. Edmondson just a little off tonight. 1 for 4 from three-point land.
But he's a shooter. He'll shoot himself on. And now without Louder, and you can see the Pioneer offense get stagnant.
Now Van Renderen handling for Pioneer. Now Pryor with it. He'll take the three-point shot. It's blocked.
That's a good foul. That's a good foul.
As Pryor stopped the fast point, but a fast break rather, and drew the foul.
And you see the quick hands here. Mike Robinson getting up, and he eyeballed the right hand, and you can see his eyes right on the wrist. But it's that length that allows him to get up and contest Case and Pryor's shot.
A near steal by Pioneer. Long three-pointer on the way, and that's good. Devin Womack from the corner with the three-pointer that time. And Huron starting to shoot its way back into this game, cutting the lead to 4.
You check out the intensity now from the Huron defenders. Look at those eyeballs. They're clocking everyone out there.
There's a nice reverse layup by Mac Renderen to stop the 5-0 run by Huron.
Oh, English off the top of the glass.
Now down low in the paint. Shot by Davis is no good, but he draws the foul.
I almost see a walk there out of Davis. You saw him kind of give a little shove on the inside, but first let's take a look at this reverse.
Here's Cunningham's drive.
And then Renegrin with the English off of the back English. Loved it. You see how Davis coming up. Look at that little, he got a little bit of shove. If we can see his feet, it kind of looked like he shuffled both feet, but
well, he
too
had
much
a little
contact.
hard time. He put the ball down low, which you're not supposed to do.
As a bigger.
Still got the foul call.
Yep.
Splits the pair. But that was close to being a turnover for Mike Davis and turned it into a point for Huron. There's a jumper, no good. Taken away by Robinson, now Gardette down the floor.
Got to be backcourt, right? Got to be backcourt.
That's over and back.
That's unfortunate because the Rats right there, they could have doubled up what they've done on the Pioneers in this second quarter. All of what Coach Samaha wanted out of the first half of this second period has matriculated to fruition for his squad.
Oh, Louder back into the game for the Pioneers.
Great cut.
A nice shot off the glass by Aiden Wright.
Give an assist to
that
Coach
back.
Marion
That's
on that.
Holmes.
That was a
Check
great
it,
call.
it was right.
Great call.
Well, Edmondson for 3 again. That one's off the mark. No good. Huron gets it back. Now Womack with
Too
a long
deep.
three-pointer.
Come
And the
on.
net goes.
That's not right. He shouldn't do that. What a shot. Devin Womack. Goodness.
Womack between the rings on that shot.
Well, he's really matching Louder right now. This is a point guard, you know. Sit back and watch it, folks. Young against the old against the new. That's the old right there.
Oh, Louder with the pull-up jumper.
I think that's
Nothing but net for Drew Louder.
that's got to be his 1,000th point of his career, I believe, right there on that jumper.
There's a nice give and go down to Davis. Misses the easy layup. He might have been just a little too open on that shot.
Yeah, I think he was thinking a little bit more of a stuff.
Oh, Louder with it again.
Oh, man.
Back out to Cunningham. Now drive on the baseline.
Kobe Moore.
Kobe Moore, all right. He gets bumped to the floor, draws the foul.
And watch Moore here with the little head and shoulder fake. There, that second one. Froze the Huron defender just enough.
Yeah, he got Dottery on his hip, and then all Dottery could do was foul him. And Moore misses the first free throw.
Back on the bench there for Huron. Their Hall of Fame coach, Waleed Samaha. And boy, is his team stacked. He's definitely one of the squads that can, you know, be an upset for a lot of folks coming up to this district.
Gets the second one to go. Pioneer 7-point lead. 3 minutes to play here in the half.
Good defense, about to be a 5-second call. Wow, where's the call? That's like a 20-second call, right?
Maybe 7 or 8, definitely.
And the usually, once you cross over the foul line, they'll stop making that call. But that was just too good a defense by Louder.
Just another facet of the young man's game that's really developed.
Yeah, and in talking with Coach Marion, that's one of the things he's most proud of. The fact that Drew listens and has expanded his game. You know, you get guys at this age, this talented, already signed to a Division I, they're not, you know, listening in to what the coach has to say. Unlike Drew Louder, it helps to have a dad that's the principal in the school, but head and shoulders, the kid is a good young man.
It's another sign of maturity.
It really is. Plus, he's got an incredible shoe game. Look at those shoes. What that? A patent leather tonight, Drew? I mean, look at it.
It looks a little shiny, doesn't it? We are getting a little reflection over here.
Okay. We got to get, oh, there we go, over our logo there. But, yeah, he's got a little bling on, man.
It's a good thing they don't shine anything on our heads. We'd be reflecting
Well,
right back.
yeah. Oh, there they are over there on the other side. Those shiny skulls.
A long three from right.
Uh-oh.
No good, but there's Pryor with the dunk for Pioneer.
Oh, the double up.
There's another block. Put back is good.
Oh, good job there.
Perkins.
I just love what I saw out of Kason Pryor. He turned to the entire squad as opposed to looking in the stands, and he yelled at his teammates to get back on defense. I dunk one, I come up court, I block another one. Where's my help?
And that's 2 dunks now for Kason Pryor.
Well, you and I, we had the over-under on the total dunks as 3. I said I went over. He might get it by himself.
It's not halftime yet. 2:08 to go till that happens. And we're not just talking Pryor dunks, we're talking total dunks.
Total dunks. And it's not that a tip dunk, you know, any of those Superman, I'm going to throw it down dunks.
And Edmondson, his three-pointer is off the side of the backboard, getting some Bronx cheers from the Pioneer fans.
This two-man game is just real too much for the Rats right now.
Into the lane, he's bumped to the floor. And we have a whistle and a foul call.
You know, we had a game before and nobody cleaned the floor. You usually have somebody come out and mop up the floor, but kind of looks like it's a little slick out there.
Yeah, where are the towel boys?
Yeah.
Come out and clean up the floor. In high school, I think that's kind of the referee's responsibility to spot that and make sure it's cleaned up.
These three blind mice need to worry about calling fouls.
Oh, Pryor hits the first free throw.
Each time the Rats kind of make a mount, Louder and Pryor answer.
And once again, Kevin Bryant trying to urge the referees into giving him a technical. Kevin trying to make the game, trying to get on the floor and get into the game here.
Well, they tried to throw me the ball one game, and I got yelled at by an official because I said I'm open. Now they're going to give me a technical foul just because of, me being me.
You got to be you. Oh, back end of the other floor. Back to basketball. Womack will go to the line for Huron.
And that was a tie up there, and it looked like they called the foul on Cunningham, I believe. Usually don't see that when two players are fighting for the ball, Pete.
Both teams in the bonus.
This last 2 minutes is going to be kind of important for the Rats to, get their head back into the game. This second period has been all Pioneer.
Womack hits the first.
That young man needs some help out there, Devin Womack.
Well, Mike Davis is working really hard. Hasn't got his shot to fall, but he is really working hard down low.
Might want to find a touch or two down low to him.
Pryor sets the screen for Louder. Now down the lane. Ball shot no good by Wright. Now pull up from the free throw line by Gardette. That's short. And by a whistle. Looked like that's on Pryor as Gardette was flying down the lane.
And Gardette, you can see, people, he's left-handed. Check out this. I mean, he comes up, he's dribbling with both hands, so you don't realize it, but at the last minute, he's rising up and he's fading in and finishing with the left hand. Always difficult to block a person that's lefty.
Cason Pryor picking up his third personal, so he hits the bench. That's big for Pioneer.
Especially if Huron can go down low to Davis, like you were just saying, Pete. They don't have any length now with Pryor being out.
Gardette hits the first free throw. Pulls his team to within 5 of the Pioneers. Next one on the way also go. That one a little flat, but he got it to go through the hoop. And Pioneer lead is down to 4. 1:21 to play here until halftime.
Rats are just sticking with this tough man defense, Pete. Not switching to a zone or going any kind of traps.
Oh, Louder getting it to Holmes. His shot is blocked. And here come Gardette like a flash down the floor. He'll drive it.
Man, I want to take a look at this one, Pete. Is this
an offensive foul is the call?
First the defense. Great look here. Good defense, but on the other end, check out, is this his player set? It kind of looked like he's moving and leaning. I don't like the call. I really don't. It's a bang-bang call, but it kind of looked like the defender leaned into it.
Louder with the circus shot off the glass, and it gets it to go. A beautiful shot here by Drew Louder.
Oh, it's a great job of keeping the ball away. Let's watch this. Is this player set? You know, he's actually he sold the fall. He sold that. That was a great job by Aiden Wright of getting the official to call that call, because he was fading before contact.
Yeah. He was definitely leaning one way, and then Gardette leaned him the other way.
Well, you know, it just reiterated the fact that these officials are blind. You know, the fact that he called that call on the fly like that, and it was an easy call from not just our replay, but also from a bird's eye view. It just didn't look like the player was set. He was backpedaling the entire way.
Well, you know, the speed at which Gardette was heading down the floor, I think it just makes it hard for the referees to pick that up. And you're right, it's probably the wrong call, Kevin, but
it's hard.
They got to make a call one way or the other, and that's the way they called it. That call could easily have gone the other way.
Sure.
Now under 40 seconds to go.
You guys better guard Edmondson. He's ready to shoot.
And he's got his hand up, but Pioneer intercepts the pass, and they'll come back down the floor. And Holmes with the layup puts it down. Pioneer with an 8-point lead. Oh, Huron looks like they're going to go for the last shot here in the half. Under 10 seconds to play. Gardette with the shot, another one short. And Louder with it, he'll crank one long and off the front of the rim, just misses that three-quarter shot as we head to halftime here at the Greenhouse. Pioneer on the road with an 8-point advantage, 33-25, right here on CTN Sports Game of the Week.
Flat Earthers, microphone to a troll army. Autism is real. Palestinian politics. Miss Washington. Beast forehead people. Demonic devices. Diverse viewpoints. Dynamic personalities. 30 minutes! Contact CTN to schedule your show on Access Ann Arbor. And I'm talking to you, buddy!
Did you know that CTN welcomes the members of the Ann Arbor City Council to Ward Talk? On the third Wednesday of every month, a different representative from one of the city's 5 wards joins us in the studio to discuss matters important to the people and government of Ann Arbor. Submit your questions for the next episode of Ward Talk by emailing ctn@a2gov.org or visiting our Twitter page at CTN Ann Arbor.
And welcome back to CTN Sports Game of the Week. I'm Pete Poirier along with Kevin Bryant. Just ready to start the third quarter here. Pioneer with a 33-25 advantage. And we are underway. Pioneer with the first possession of the third quarter. Now Holmes without top. He gave it up to Louder. Louder with the pull-up jumper and nothing but net for Drew Louder. And I guess we should mention in the first half, Drew Louder scoring his 1,000th point of his career.
Yeah, and he did it in the black patent leather shoes. Now he's out here in the yellow boys. I tell you, this young man has a shoe collection to go along with his game.
Another long three-pointer on the way for Louder, no good.
Wow.
Rebounded by Gardette. And Gardette threw it away. Right back the other way for Pioneer. Gives it up to Holmes. And we have a whistle. No basket.
Well, you can see Mike Robinson, what was on his mind, right? Good head and shoulders fake there by Christopher Holmes.
Mike Robinson picking up his third personal. Stays in the game. Now right with a jumper, it's blocked. And
interesting
Huron
that
will save it.
I was going to say, interesting that Pryor isn't starting the second half.
Oh, Pryor picked up his third personal late in the second quarter. There he is on the bench. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebounded by Davis. His putback is good, and he draws the foul.
Boy, Chris Holmes has to keep his head in the game. It looked like he got upset on the no call here on the rebound. Check out his reaction. Looked like
that looks like a retaliation for not getting that rebound. He thought he had perfect position on that.
He had great position. It's just a quicker jump there by Robinson. I'm sorry, check that. That's Holmes. No, Mike Davis. Too many 6'5" guys on the Huron roster.
Too many Mikes 6'5" and taller. Oh, Davis hits the free throw. Now Louder will drive the baseline. His shot goes through the hoop, but foul before the shot.
Are you sure? It looked like he never put the ball back down and was in the act of shooting here when the whistle blows, and it was a great up and under move by Louder. Here's the foul. Doesn't take the ball back down. Not sure why that didn't count.
Well, I think you know why it didn't count, because, as you say, the referees are
a little blind,
a little suspect in this game.
Especially that guy right there. Look at him. He's like, you know where I'm at. You know what down it is. He thinks he's doing football.
Cunningham will inbound. Gets it to Van Rentergem. And his pass is intercepted by Huron. Nice job there by Julian Lewis. And Mike Robinson's three-pointer is good. And that closes the Pioneer lead down to just 4.
Huron's dangerous. They can come back at any moment with that outside shooting, Pete.
Now Pryor back into the game for Pioneer.
Good screen.
Louder with this pull-up jumper, gets it to go. That went in and out and back in again.
And again, Huron needs to get that ball down low into Mike Davis down in the paint.
Julian Lewis' jumper is no good. Rebound by Pryor. Outlets it to Louder down the floor. Another pull-up jumper. And Drew Louder is loving that pull-up jumper from the right elbow. Hits another one.
It's like his little herky-jerky motion. Kind of reminiscent of Brandon Wade from last year.
Now Mike Davis underneath the hoop. And again, can't get the layup to go.
Well, Mike Davis, guys, listen to you. Cason Pryor has 3 fouls. You got to go right up at him. He doesn't want to get a 4th foul.
There's an air ball from Drew Louder, and the Huron student section letting Drew Louder know it.
Again, I don't think the Rats know he has
back down the
3
floor.
fouls.
Tried to get the lefty layup to go, couldn't get it. And Pryor's three-pointer is an air ball as well.
Student section trying to let him hear it.
This looks like a foul on Huron as Drew Louder, who was going up for the rebound, hit the deck.
Well, you can see the contact on the Huron player reaches in as Louder is in the air here. And Lewis, I mean, Louder did a great job of selling it, but Lewis did get a piece of the arm.
Well, I think that on the shot before that, I think Womack was looking for the call and didn't get it. Oh, Louder from three again. No good.
That's got to be
a nice finger roll there.
That's the easiest bucket of the night for Womack. The lane just opened up, parted like the Red Sea.
Oh, there's a timeout by Pioneer.
You can see Pryor, he doesn't want to get anywhere near Womack coming through the lane.
Well, and Rich Marion calling that timeout for Pioneer. I don't think he's happy with the last couple of offensive sets where Louder has kind of settled for three-point shots and missed them. And Pryor shot one too and missed it too. So,
well, it's the coach's job to keep the good pace of his squad and keep the intensity up. But it seems like the entire game, Pete, the Pioneers basically had Huron at a stiff arm's length. Every time they make a little bit of run, maybe cut it into 5 points, here comes Pie High, and they'll put a mini run in to get that lead back up to where they can get into a good comfort zone.
3:55 to play in the quarter number 3. Pioneer with the 6-point advantage, 39-33. Hope you're enjoying all the action here on CTN Sports Game of the Week.
Always want to give a shout out to our friends over at WeLoveAnnArbor.com. Pete, great local paper. Whenever you need to find out stories about sports or something going on in the community, just get on any device and type in WeLoveAnnArbor.com. You'll be excited to see what is in store for you there.
Lots of local interest there.
Give him the ball.
Oh, Pryor calling for it.
Good move.
Spin around jumper is short. And there's Davis down the lane, and he gets the Glasser to go.
Finally. I guess it's fatigue night in the stands.
Pioneers lead cut to 4.
That's a 6'5" young man bringing the ball up court, showing some good footwork too with that finish.
Oh, Louder with the crossover and jumper.
Wow.
Gets it to go. And the foul. And Drew Louder telling the Huron student section to be quiet.
Have we seen that before out of Drew? This is what he does. He told him to get away. It's not a mouse in the house. I got a big guy on me, and I need to rock him to sleep.
And misses the free throw. There's Julian Lewis with a nice turnaround off the glass. And timeout on the floor as that cuts the lead to 4. Pioneer up 41-37 after that nice shot by Julian Lewis.
It seems like every player from Huron, they're similar skill sets, right? They have arms that drag on the ground as they run up court. Their legs are like these go-go gadget legs, and they all can put the ball on the ground. Coach's dream, really.
Long and athletic.
Oh, my goodness. And they're young, too. So, I mean, the one thing that Coach Samaha really needs, though, is another, I would say, point guard. You know, somebody else that can take maybe some of the pressure off of Womack. He has to have the ball in his hands so much to get the offense going. It kind of takes away from his offensive firepower.
Well, and, you know, when are we going to see that press defense again? That's a signature of Coach Samaha.
You know it's coming. And you know that Coach Marion knows it's coming as well, too. But what Coach Marion has is an ace in Drew Louder that could basically probably break it single-handedly.
And maybe, you know, Samaha says, well, I know that's going to happen, so maybe I'll save some of the energy for these players more on the offensive side of the court so that they can work their offense.
But they're really 2 possessions down. I know it's 7 points, but, yeah, 4-point play is in play.
Well, out of the timeout.
Great move.
Pryor looking to drive off the glass and go. What a smooth, sweet shot for
That
Drew Louder.
hesitation dribble there. Kept it in his left hand, and he finishes so soft off the glass.
Now Davis at the other end of the floor. Pryor tried to swat that one away, but Davis makes the finish. Now Louder quickly back down the floor, gets a bunch of people in the air, goes up with the shot, and draws the foul.
Definitely want to take another look at that because it looked like, again, the official anticipates the call. Watch the hand. There's some contact here, but right here, that's a lot of leather. A lot of leather. Louder put the ball into Womack first, and then they called the foul on that action.
He gets the first free throw.
Where do you see the contact, Pete? See how he lost it, kind of?
Referees might have been calling that on the body, maybe.
Okay. I still would have bit the whistle on that one.
I think it was a very good defensive play. And again, maybe that's just a Drew Louder call.
Hey, he earns him.
Oh, Lewis with it. And he hits the deck and draws the foul.
You know, if I'm Huron, I got to get the ball inside, and then I got to keep going back inside to is it Davis? Yeah, Mike Davis has scored a couple good layups. Plus, Pryor isn't trying to body up and put his hands up in there.
Oh, Pryor with those 3 fouls. That's got to be the weak link in the chain on Pioneer's defense.
And maybe that's why Louder's.
Huron's got to recognize that.
Well, and on the offensive end, Louder's taking over.
And the pull-up jumper by Lewis is good. And it's a 3-point lead for Pioneer. A little over a minute and a half to play here in quarter number 3. Now pull-up jumper from Pryor. That rolls off the rim. Rebounded by Mike Robinson. And Huron will bring it back down the floor. Womack looking to drive. He gets the shot to go and gets the foul. Get a chance to tie this game up at 44. And that brings the Huron faithful to life with that shot and foul.
And that's what the Huron bench needs to hear and feel, that they have the school on their side. They need that extra man.
I take that back, those points off the board. That is an offensive foul on Womack.
Huh? Seriously.
That's what the call was.
Man, I know they're not that blind, are they? Seriously, come on. If anything, call it travel, but to call a foul? Wow.
Well, Louder loses the handle momentarily, but picks it back up off the floor. Calls for Holmes for the screen.
It's a good double.
Now back to Cunningham, who will drive it. His shot is blocked. And it'll stay Pioneer basketball.
Now Davis coming over and cleaning up as a big man should.
And Edmondson with the shot and the whistle.
And they're going to call Edmondson, even if he didn't get any contact. That's not a smart play because you're really not going to be able to block this guy's shot.
Now Pryor ahead to the line.
Really, that's a big foul to put Huron in the bonus. One more foul, they'll be in the bonus, I should say.
Gets the bounce off the front of the rim and the backboard, and that one drops.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate call. Kind of looked like it went off of Cunningham's foot there.
And Pryor gets the second one to go. 31.7 to play here in the third quarter.
A little offensive defense substitution there for Coach Marion. Protect Kaysen with those those fouls.
Womack will walk it up the floor.
A lot of contact out there. They're letting them play out top. Look at the hand stopping.
There's Womack with the hesitation shot, gets it to go. Last 10 seconds of the third. There's Holmes with the layup. And that'll end quarter number 3. Pioneer will take a 5-point lead into the fourth. It's Pioneer 48, Huron 43 on the road here on CTN Sports Game of the Week. And we're back on CTN Sports Game of the Week. Quarter number 4. It's kind of a back and forth third quarter. Huron would get it within 3. Pioneer would score a couple of points to stretch it back out to 5 or 7. So we should see a nice, hotly contested fourth quarter here, Kevin.
Yeah, Devin Womack really lit it up for the River Rats, and he had some help at the latter part of that third quarter with Mike Davis showing up inside the paint. This should be a barn burner.
Also, Julian Lewis with a couple of baskets for Huron as well in that third. And there's a nice start to the third quarter for Huron, and Devin Womack with that bucket. Closes the lead to 3 for Pioneer. Lowder kicks it out high, and that's a three-pointer for Kaysen Pryor.
It's a good find by Lowder, breaking down the defense, weaving his way in. Rats just don't know which way he's going. He finds the open man. And Mouse in the house. Oh, he missed him.
And a long 3 for Devin Womack. And that drops.
It's a heavyweight fight, just going back and forth. Oh,
and
wow.
Lowder will drive it right-handed and lay it in off the glass.
Got to get some help
That
side.
burst of speed by Drew Lowder is something else.
It's incredible, right? I mean, he is, we nicknamed him Flash 2.0. He said that was his dad's nickname, Flash, was growing up. So he took a liking to it. He showed you right there. He is a blur.
There's Womack off the glass. Can't get the shot to drop, but draws the foul.
Womack is just as fast, but he's a lot bigger than Lowder.
Yeah, he's probably a good couple of inches taller than
He
Lowder.
has some weight, too.
And he's bulkier, yeah. But yet still has the speed. Womack gets the first one to drop.
And Huron may get some help next year on the backcourt with Womack from Coach Samaha's son. A freshman coming up, and you definitely want to keep an eye on him. He's a coach's kid.
Well, we've seen a lot of those in our career here at CTN. Womack gets number 2 to drop as well.
Just
3-point lead for the
bit.
Pioneers.
Couldn't get that one to roll in, Womack.
Lauder with the spin move.
Wow.
Can't get the shot to go off the glass. Gets his own rebound back. Turn around in the lane and nothing but net for Drew Lauder.
Wow. He's putting on a show.
Well, Lauder knows where he's at and when he's at. Last game against his rival, on the road.
On their court.
On their court. There's Julian Lewis with the shot, no good. Rebounded by Pryor. Pryor will bring it up the floor. Now he'll hand it off to Lauder. Lauder will drive the lane once again. Tries to put up a reverse kind of a circus shot there.
Womack's calling for the travel. And it kind of looked like the officials came together and said, we owe him one. Let's check out this. It's almost the chair gets pulled out from up under him because he was looking for the contact.
Oh, Huron with the ball, down 5. 5:20 to play here in the fourth.
Good drop.
And there's a nice pass to Mike Davis, and he makes the finish for Huron.
Davis took a little swipe across the face on that layup as well, too. And Pryor coming back, and it was just too much. And see, if Davis didn't go for that pass, he could have, came back down in the lane. But you need some backside help if you're going to, do a play like this. Watch, he goes for the steal there, and he actually came out for the double team, Pete. And you see Lewis was just a step late on the help. Yeah, Coach Samaha's looking at Lewis. He's like, he needs him to get over there. Wow, that's intensity from a Hall of Fame coach.
There's a look at the Huron cheerleaders and faithful behind them, the student section. Trying to fire up their fans and their team.
Oh, those are the seniors. Well, if the Huron crowd is going to start saying something, that Pioneer bunch is not going to allow them to get away with this. You can see they're chilling. They're respectfully waiting until the Huron crowd is over. And now we'll see if the Pioneer bench crowd will come up to life.
Well, the Pioneer student section packed as well.
They're not coordinated though tonight. They're kind of a little everywhere. Yeah, see, look at them. They trying to play it up for that TV. I see you on CTN.
I see a Pioneer student section.
They still lost that battle.
They did.
Yeah, just want to let you know.
That was a rather weak response from Pioneer.
That was horrible.
Need to step up their game.
Yeah, not again, people.
Oh, Womack with the shot, gets it to go. Cuts the Pioneer lead to 3.
Hand in the cookie jar. You can't do that with Lauder. Lauder will make you pay.
And just like that, Drew Lauder back down the other end of the floor. Gets the
biggest
shot to
thing
go and gets the foul.
That will be the double bonus now for, no, I'm sorry, that's the bonus now for Pioneer. And that's going to be trouble if they can go to the line each time and still add to this lead for the Rats. Good move there by Womack with the double clutch high off the glass.
Well, it's going to look like we have a need for a towel boy down there on the floor in the paint.
Yeah, I mean, one of these middle school kids needs to get out here.
Yeah, Lauder gets the first free throw to go.
Get him an H towel. Where's the athletic director at? Where you at, Tony? Get him one of those towels, man.
Lauder gets second one to go.
Again, they're just keeping Huron at an arm's length, but 1 or 2 possessions, the Rats could take the lead here, Pete.
No, Huron on offense.
Let's see who they give this foul to, because that might be Pryor's 4th.
Looks like that's going on Cunningham, or Van Rentergem gets the foul.
It was a good challenge of the shot by Case and then come away and not getting the foul. The foul comes from the backside. You saw that push and over the wrist.
Oh, Mike Davis at the line. Misses the first free throw.
Davis still smart in that eye. It looks like a couple of trips up the court ago when he had that layup. Pryor came across his face. He's still squinting every now and again.
Gets the second one. 4-point lead as
Where's
Louder
that pressure,
brings it up
B?
the floor.
You keep asking for it. Where's that pressure? They're not trapping. They're allowing Drew Louder to break down that defense.
Now, entry into Pryor. His turnaround jumper is no good. Rebounded by Davis. Womack up the floor. Tries to get it to Robinson, but that was timing just a little off on that alley-oop.
Yeah, make it and the house goes crazy. Miss it and it's just another turnover.
And Louder trying to get Pryor down low, throws it out of bounds. And
Take a
back
look at
the other
this.
way we go here on
Watch this,
basketball.
Pete. Great pass. I think Davis might have been, I'm sorry.
Robinson.
That was Robinson. It's a Mike. I think Mike was a step back. One step closer, and he might have finished that. And we're still sitting
He
on
said
two
timing
dunks,
was just a
man.
little off on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, tip back put by Julian Lewis is good. And it's just a 2-point lead for the Pioneers. And there goes Louder down the lane, scoop and score.
He's an equalizer, right?
Every time they need a bucket.
That's what you do as a senior point guard, as a leader, as probably the player of the conference. It's Drew Louder's year.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree with you more, Kevin. Now Womack's shot, no good. Quickly down the floor comes Drew Louder. Around the Huron player and throws it up. And it goes down. And look at Drew Louder.
Oh, my goodness.
He's loving that one.
Oh, wow.
Now Lewis for three, and he gets it to go.
We got a ball game, folks.
Timeout by Huron as they close the lead by Pioneer down to 3 with just 2:34 remaining in the game.
Man, what a last 30 seconds that we just see. Because you got to slow this replay down to see what Louder did. I mean, live in person, it looked like somebody put a blanket over my face for a second, and then they pull it back, and he's at the rim. Watch this. We're going to see the second one first here. Look how deep this is.
Lewis's three from way downtown.
That's called a timeout three. And it precipitated the timeout by Pioneer. But check out Louder on this move. He squares Lewis up. Here I go.
Spin move around Lewis.
Wow.
And I hate to say it, but Julius Lewis is sitting there holding his jock.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Hey, 0 to 100 real quick. I mean, he was stopped, spun, and then he just finger rolls it on the roll. Oh,
so
man.
soft.
Oh, that was pretty. That was pretty. I mean, that's putting somebody in the spin cycle.
He's
Watch
a remarkable player. Fun, very fun to watch his career.
Oh, cue the music. And then over a flying in Mike.
Well, let me tell you, might have to find somewhere to get some Holy Cross games and watch this kid continue to play.
Hey, I'm a Crusader fan already.
Especially if he's going to be teamed up with Wade.
Can you imagine Wade out on the arc as he is weaving inside? I mean, it's a Iverson and it's a shooter, really.
Spin move by Pryor. His shot rolls off the rim, no good. Sloppy play by Huron. And we have a jump ball situation. It's going to be Pioneer basketball on that tie-up.
Man,
Huron just got a little sloppy there.
Yeah, but look at Cunningham. Get his hands in the passing lane and then hustle back. Good job, and then fight for the ball. Well, you know what's about to happen here, folks.
Now both teams faithful getting into this one as the intensity picks up.
Under 2 minutes.
Under 2 to play. Louder will back it out near the timeline. Yeah, Louder fighting through a screen. Looks like Womack got called for the reach-in.
I mean, that's asking really too much out of anyone to try to stay in front of Drew Louder out here in the open court. You can see he's going to his left. Offhand, right? And he was still a whole step ahead of him after one dribble.
And Womack doesn't get any defensive help until Louder gets to the paint.
That's the thing, because you don't want to leave your man as an extra help defender, because Louder will find the open man.
Oh, Louder gets the free throw to go.
Maybe it's a red, white, and blue night over there for the Pioneer guys.
Louder gets them both. 5-point lead for the Pioneers.
And you know Pioneer's going to stick to the shooters. As Womack breaks down, you can see everybody staying home on their man.
Under 90 seconds to go here in the game.
Plenty of time for the Rats. They don't have to pressure now. They don't have to go fast.
Oh, Davis fakes out Pryor, gets the reverse layup to go.
Really use that rim as a defender as well, too, or to ward off any kind of defender.
Keeps Pryor from blocking that shot.
Some big, long strides here.
Under a minute to go.
Huron could foul, but they'd be in the 1-and-1. Pioneers content with just taking the air out of the ball, too, with these two guys. Out of those guys, I would say that Pryor is the one you would probably want to foul. He is not the soundest of the free throw shooters out of these two.
Well, and Louder has been good from the line tonight, too.
Louder's been good from the parking lot. When he showed up, he was good. When he was warming up, he was better. And as he's playing, man. You can see Louder there really still running the program, letting everybody know where they need to be.
And Pryor gets the front end of that 1-and-1. That's a big free throw there.
Still a one-possession game. This is the one that changes it to 2 possessions.
Now Pryor gets them both. 5-point advantage for Pioneer. Under 40 seconds to play. Now Womack for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Lewis.
What a block!
His putback. Looked like he got fouled on that, but it's just out of bounds. It'll stay Rat ball.
Just out. Good job of boxing out, but coming in, Lewis. That was a lot of ball there. A lot of ball. And right now,
kind of a wild swipe, though, so they could have called him out for a hack on the hand.
I like that, but again, you saw at the end, the refs aren't going to be the ones that are going to change the outcome of this game. They've already had their fingerprints on the game with horrible calls. Why add to the mix late in the game? Yeah, I said that. They were bad.
Which
calls.
is actually a sign of bad refereeing.
Well,
if there's a call, you got to make it.
They're consistently bad. Because, I mean, seriously, that call.
I was told that once when in trigonometry in high school. I got 2 C- in a row. And I said, well, at least it's consistent. And the teacher said, yeah, but consistently bad is not good.
You know how many people are out here Googling trigonometry now? They learned that is not going to help us out in life.
Sine, cosine, tangent,
yeah, they decided to teach us how to balance a checkbook or a debit card.
What's that?
Yeah, we're old. You got to go, Huron.
20 seconds to play and a whistle. Looks like Case and Pryor are going to get called for the reach-in.
Yeah, but here, the Pioneers, that's only their 4th foul. They have a couple more fouls to give up before Huron's even shooting the 1-and-1.
Well, and you got to hand it to not only Case and Pryor, but Coach Rich Marion for keeping Case and Pryor to 3 fouls all of this half.
Good game.
Until late in the 4th quarter.
It's a good job there by Coach Marion, as well as Pryor. But again, on that replay, it looked like a lot of ball, and they called a foul on him. Wow. And then we get a 4-second call. It's supposed to be 5 seconds, but I saw the guy count 4 seconds right in front of me.
So you're saying the refs can't count either?
Well, they're consistent. Lebad. That's why they work the regular season. These guys, they won't be allowed to work the district games or anything like that. I think they actually just tossed them some shirts before the game.
Oh, nice.
They caught them.
Well, inbounded to Pryor, and they immediately foul.
Uh-oh. Sounds like the Pioneer student section has awoken. And as the Huron sideline hits the exit for a short ride home. So we missed our over-under on the dunks. We only have 19 seconds left here. You think anybody going to flush one for us?
Well, I think 3 was a good number to set it at.
Man,
Pryor hits the free throw.
Good.
What's that?
That bookie stuff. You went right at it, man. You never make it too high or too low.
Even if they get the third dunk, that's a push, right?
Oh, man. Oh, man. There's Coach Marion. He's going to get some guys in that hadn't played yet. And you see Drew Louder coming back.
Well,
it looked
Pioneer
like he took
calling timeout.
Now, Drew had gotten his wrist. You can see that they looked like they're wrapping up his bicep or with some tape. That's something that the Pioneer faithful definitely don't want to see as you're going into the postseason to have anything with Drew Louder.
Well, maybe got a scratch or something.
As fast as
hard
he's
to tell. I couldn't see where exactly what they were doing.
Windburn or something. The guy's a blur.
Well, it's windy outside tonight, and it's windy inside here as both players on both teams flashing up and down the floor.
And you heard the crowd saying, I believe that we can win, but still some time on this game clock here. And one turnover, the Rats are back in it.
Well, 6-point advantage for Pioneer, 19.7 seconds to go. This has been a really good game of the week for Pioneer against Pioneer and Huron. Well, he has something wrapped around his bicep. I said maybe he got a scratch on the arm or something.
Well, let's hope it's a scratch because that's the shooting arm. And that Pioneer can ill afford to have anything happen to that guy.
Well, Pryor hits the second free throw.
That was big.
Makes it a 7-point advantage for
You got to
Pioneer.
go right to the basket, people. Right to the basket. Look at Louder. Good defense.
Edmondson for 3, and that's
timeout.
good. And Huron calls timeout. Cuts the lead to 4 with 10.4 seconds to go.
Yeah, good job there by Tyson Edmondson. We said earlier in the game, he'll shoot his way into his rhythm, and he's right there, sophomore, big shot. He's going to have a lot more chances at these Pioneers over the next 2 years.
Well, and of course, his success now will lead to more attention later.
Well,
because they'll know he's a dead shot three-point shooter, so he'll get more attention as he gets older.
I could see him even going back and looking at a replay of this game, and maybe, sitting down and slowing down the first half and the second half because he's moved from where his launch point was at. He was in the corner and missed a bunch of those early shots, and then he kind of found his way out maybe to the top of the arc, and he was solid.
Well, really, the next step in development for Tyson Edmondson is being able to draw the defense and then being able to drive to the hoop.
Put the ball on the deck and move. Yeah, right now he's a spot-up shooter. But he, again, he's a quarterback. He's a guy that's played basketball, football all of his life. He has brothers that have gone through this program, and he has a pops that's sitting on the bench over there.
Oh, inbounded to Louder. He gets fouled. 8.8 to go. Oh, Drew Louder will shoot 2.
Man, after the excitement of this game, it's kind of like the air going out of a balloon now at the end.
You're kind of hoping for a buzzer beater type situation.
We were gearing ourselves up
or a
for
chance
that.
at it anyway.
Exactly. I tell you what, for me and a lot of these fans in the stands and a lot of the people that are watching in CTN right now, don't sleep on the districts, folks. The district's basketball is going to be phenomenal. You get your Amani Bates from Lincoln. You get Belleville, Huron, Skyline. It does not – every game is going to be incredible.
Well, and Bates is he just a freshman?
Yeah. And he was on a tear that almost was going to be the top player in the state.
And Drew Louder called for the reach and foul. I guess he doesn't want this game to end.
Well, he might be, trying to pad his score a little bit more.
Oh, 6.7. And turnaround or a wild three-pointer from Robinson. And that's going to do it as Pioneer is going to come away with the victory, 71-65 on the road at the Greenhouse over the Huron River Rats. We are going to take a quick break and be back with more right here on CTN Sports Game of the Week.
And welcome back to the CTN Sports Game of the Week. Folks, this one was special. We got a chance to see what I nicknamed him, Flash 2.0, last game on CTN Sports. So as a special post-game interview, could I have Mr. Drew Louder interview his teammate for player of the game?
Well, CTN Sports Ann Arbor here, Drew Louder reporting. Right now I'm here with player of the game, Kason Pryor. Kason, what was going through your mind after you dunked on that dude like that? That was very disrespectful.
Man, at the end of the day, the whole world went blank. The monster came out of me, and fortunately I missed the free throw. But, hey, I got the crowd going. That was the most exciting part of the game.
So what happened? What can you explain to me why, if I'm not missing free throws and at the end of the game you trying to pad your stats with all the free throws? Let me know what that's like.
I heard you got 1,000 points tonight, and, I was feeling like I needed to get to my 1,000 points. So, I had to get my free throws in tonight.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, makes sense.
You two could have been going all night. This is great. I mean, you do it on the basketball court, and now my job is in jeopardy. Folks, it's been a pleasure watching these two young men play on CTN Sports. I hope you like what you saw tonight. Pete, I'm going to throw it to you to wrap this one up.
Thanks, Kevin, and Drew Louder and Kason Pryor with that post-game interview. I'd like to thank all the people that make this production possible. Our director, Rob Cross, audio and replay by Chloe Hill, our graphics by Dana Denha, and our camera people, Jason Broniak, Gage Shaughnessy, and Jamie Chu. And for Kevin Bryant, this is Pete Poyer. Once again, the final from the Greenhouse. It's Pioneer on the road getting the victory, 71-65 here on CTN Sports Game of the Week.